As you know, in the recent Nintendo Direct meeting, it was revealed that Challenger Pack 6 is releasing this June, and the character included will be from ARMS. And I'm sitting here asking myself, why? Like, why now of all time? ARMS came out in the Nintendo Switch's first few months, and it was meant to be one of Nintendo's brand new competitive multiplayer IPs in the vein of Splatoon. Problem is, it never really took off the way Splatoon did, as far as I know. It had its post-release update for about half a year, and that was about it. Despite all that, an ARMS character in Smash Ultimate's base roster should have been a given, right? But all we got was Sprayman's and Assist Trophy, Mii Fighter Costume and Spirit, Ribbon Girls, Mii Fighter Costume and Spirit, and Min Min, Twin Tail, and Ninjara Spirit. So you have to wonder, what is this new ARMS character leading up to? I think Nintendo is making a promotional push for ARMS in preparation for a possible ARMS 2 announcement pretty soon. Maybe around E3 time. Now, E3, among a multitude of other worldwide major events, have been canceled this year due to the current global pandemic. And because of that, get the first party character for Challenger Pack 6 is a safe option as opposed to a third party character. But before we begin, let me share my own thoughts about ARMS. Well, I played it at the Nintendo Switch preview event, and I played the global test punch, and they were good experiences. And you watched the game's own producer, Kosuke Yabuki, play it at the ARMS Open Invitational back in E3 2017, and he actually made the game look kinda hype. So I picked up the game day one and I played it, and it's pretty fun for about 5 hours. Looking back at it now, I think it was one of the least exciting fighting games I've ever played and watched being played. After maybe like several months, I traded it in for Puyo Puyo Tetris, and I found that it was better value because I still own that game. Short answer, I didn't like ARMS, but it had potential. Now without further ado, let's take a look at which character will make the cut. Sprayman's already in the game as an assist trophy. Then you have Ribbon Girls and Mii Fighter Costume, so that means the two iconic faces of ARMS are out of the question. That's what makes figuring out who this character is going to be hard, because ARMS doesn't really have a main character. So I'm thinking that the character will likely be whoever the face of ARMS 2 is. But that might piss off a lot of people because Nintendo threw some character that nobody knows about in the Smash as blatant promotion. Like, remember Corn from Fire Emblem's face? Of course not, nobody remembers the fates. There's also the possibility of multiple characters in one fighter, like with Bowser Jr. and Hero, but these characters have other unique abilities aside from having stretchy arms, so it'd be hard to pull that one off. Now when it comes to the ARMS character I want to see, I recently come to the conclusion that there is currently not enough evidence to prove whether or not Spirit is confirmed fighters. That being said, I'm hoping there will be a fire somewhere down the line that will decide this rule for good. With that in mind, I am personally rooting for Min Min. She's been a fan favorite since her reveal, and she was my main for most of the time I played ARMS, but at the same time I'm sure a lot of people are rooting for Twin Tail, since she's also been a fan favorite since her reveal for reasons. Honestly, I don't want Twin Tail, because she's basically Bayonetta if she were in ARMS. She can create giant fists with her hair, she's got time-stopping powers, and she's got this really thick butt. Anyway, I'm already concerned this character will have a grab range as long as it's had the stage, but do you really want a character that can zero to death combo you in midair? No, I don't think so. So with that being said, I bet we'll begin the ARMS character reveal, presentation, and release date all at the same time, much like with Byleth. And maybe a T for Challenger Pack 7, but I'm not going to hold my breath for that one. I will say this. If ARMS 2 actually does turn out to be real, I'll be skeptical about it because I would actually like to play a game and have fun with it for more than just 5 hours. So, Rex is coming, right? I mean, there isn't any more excuses for that one, right?